The third Shakti Peetha is Renuka at Mahur. Mahur is located in the Nanded district of Maharashtra on a hill amidst thick forest. Renuka Mahatmya, the text about Renuka, tells us the story of the goddess. Parvati is said to be born to King Renu of Kubja Desha and was named Renuka after her father. She was then married to a sage called Jamadagni, who was in fact incarnation of Shiva. Jamadagni ran a Gurukula with hundreds of disciples where he would provide for them with the help of Kamadhenu or the wish fulfilling cow. Local king Sahasrarjuna wanted the Kamadhenu to be with him. She wanted to own her and demanded so. He asked Jamadagni for Kamadhenu. Jamadagni obviously refused to part with the cow. And with that anger of refusal, rejection, Sahasrarjuna then attacked the ashrama of Jamadagni. He destroyed everything, killed Jamadagni who tried to protect the cow, and took the cow away forcibly. Parshuram, Jamadagni's very mighty son, who is said to be the incarnation of Vishnu, he is amongst the 10 incarnations of Vishnu. He was not present when this entire thing happened. When he came back to ashrama, he saw everything. He saw his father is killed by Sahasrarjuna in his capturing of Kamadhenu. He was very furious and he vowed to kill all such unruly Kshatriyas who trouble people like this. So that was one, but he realized that he has to perform the final rites of his father and he wanted to do so at a Kumari Bhumi. So he placed the body of his father in one basket. He sat his mother in another basket. He took those two baskets on his shoulder and started wandering around the earth looking for a suitable Kumari Bhumi for his father's cremation. When he reached the Kshetra Mahura, Mahur is where Dattatreya, Lord Dattatreya, another incarnation of Vishnu, resides. So when he came on the hill Mahura Gada, Mahur Hill, Dattatreya instructed him to cremate Jamadagni in Mahur because that is a suitable Kumari Bhumi. He performed all the rituals. Renuka is said to have performed sati, and Parshuram immediately starts missing his mother and he starts lamenting his loss, which is where, looking at his agony, an Akashvani happens. The voice from the heavens declares that, especially for Parshuram, Renuka would be resurrected. So when she is resurrecting from the ashes, she is coming back from the ashes. Parshuram is not supposed to look at this resurrection. He's supposed to stand facing, not facing, turning his back to this resurrection. And Parshuram obliges. He stands with his back to the place, but he is not able to control his curiosity and excitement to see his mother again. And he somehow looks back, he turns back. Renuka has started resurrecting, but by the time Parshuram turns around, she is only resurrected till her shoulders. So only her face has come out of the ashes. But because the condition has been violated, Parshuram, the secrecy has been lost, Parshuram looked back. So the rest, it's still under the ground. It never came up. Even today, the Renuka Vigraha that we have here is just the face. It is an aniconic stone called what we call in Maharashtra as Tandala, on which eyes and lips etc. are placed. They are applied. The Tandala is huge. The Vigraha is huge, almost 5 feet tall and 4 feet wide. It is huge. And the image of lion's head is carved at the base on the seat in front of the Vigraha. Although it is an uncarved or aniconic image, the appearance is very motherly. She looks at her devotees through her shiny silver eyes with a tender love, a mother's love. So much so that the place comes to be known as Matapura. Ma Ura. Ura is a village in Telugu, they say. There is also another story associated with her fallen chastity, the wrath of Jamadagni, and her beheading by Parshuram. The story is used to establish her identification with a folk goddess called Yellamma. There are many other temples around the Renuka temple. There is a temple of Jamadagni. There is a temple of Parshuram. Kalika temple is also there. Devadeveshwar temple is there. On the neighboring peaks on the same mountain, we have Dattatreya Ashram, Dattatreya temple, and Atri and Anasuya Ashram, Dattatreya's parents, their ashram. The most sacred spot here is the Matru Tirtha, which is created. Also, there are other tirthas like Sarva Tirtha and Bhanu Tirtha. The other two Shakti Peethas, Mahalakshmi and Tukai, that is Tulsa Bhavani, they also have their independent shrines here. Daily rituals here include Mahapujas, Akhanda Niranjana, Abhisheka, etc. And along with the regular Navratri, Sharadiya Navratri that is celebrated in the month of Ashwina, there are other Navratris or other celebrations held here. Shakambhari Navratra is celebrated in the month of Kartika, and Renuka's own Navratra is celebrated during Shravana. Ajabali is offered to Renuka as well. It is offered during Sharadiya Navratra, Ashtami or Navami day. Other important festivals are Khandoba Navratra, which is held in the month of Margashirsha. Kojagiri Purnima, which is in a few days' time, is also celebrated here. On Dashera, that is Vijayadashmi day, a big fair is held here. It is a unique place. A very unusual thing here is that devotees can offer arti to the goddess by themselves, which is not commonly found everywhere. She is also referred to as Ekavira, or the place Shaktipitha is called Ekaviram, and it attracts thousands of devotees from Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, etc. There is a very unique offering or prasad here of pan, that is ground betel leaves and supari, and that is associated with Renuka. She is the divine mother and protects all her worshippers. The last Shakti Pit, the half last Shakti Pit, is called Saptashringi, which is situated in Vani. It is located near Nashik in the Chandwad Hills. The hill itself is called Saptashringagada because there are 7 peaks to the hill. Saptashringi is in fact goddess Ashtadashabhuja Mahishasura Mardini, she is born out of the sacrifice of sage Markandeya. So when the demon Mahishasura created havoc with following the boons that he had received, he created havoc in the 3 worlds. And looking at that rukus he had created, uh, sage Markandeya decided to perform a big sacrifice, requesting the gods to send the mother goddess to Supreme Mother to kill him because he had received such a boon. So she is created from the collective Shakti, the collective power of all the gods. What is different here is there is no proper temple built. Actually, it is kind of a cavity within the hill, which within the rock of the hill, and on that big cavity there is a huge rock on which this image, the Vigraha, is carved. Actually, the story goes something like this: that once a Buraki was here, he was with his herd of goats, and he saw that there is a big beehive on the hill. So he tried to poke the beehive to get honey out of it. And when he pulled the stick out, he saw that there is sindoor at the end of the stick instead of the honey. So he informed the entire village, and everybody came here. Then they cleaned the whole beehive, they cleaned the extra sindoor thereon, and they located the Vigraha of Saptashringi as we see it today. So her image, which is carved on the Shila, is very big, huge, bigger than the Renuka Vigraha. It is about 8 feet tall and it is completely smeared with sindoor, which is the bright orange pigment, except for her very prominently shiny white eyes, which are porcelain eyes. She is adorned with a crown and many beautiful ornaments. She holds in her 18 hands different weapons that were gifted to her by different gods. For example, I will name some of them: Trishula of Shiva, Vajra of Indra, Sudarshan Chakra of Vishnu, Agni's Jwala, the flames of Agni, Varuna's Pasha, Vayu's bow and arrow, Yama's Danda, Kali's Khadga, Vishwakarma's Parashu, etc. She also holds Shankha, Kamala, which are held by Vishnu, Panapatra, Akshamala of Brahma, Kamandalu, Ghanta, Gada, Surya Kirana, everything in her 18 hands, showing the collective power of all the divinities. In front of her image that is carved, there are Trishula and bells. A Shivalinga is also worshipped in the same premise. Though a half Shakti Peeth, she is said to be the collective reflection of Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Ichha Shakti of the Supreme, like I mentioned earlier. The hill, the original shrine, they say, is still higher on the hill from where to where we go. It is unreachable, and there is no way to offer pradakshina as well because it is on a hill. There is no way to offer pradakshina to the goddess as well. So, though it is said to be half Shakti Peeth because of her Kumaritva, it is still the supreme Nirguna Shakti Peeth, as they say. It denotes the Ardha Chandra Chidha in the Omkara. Daily rituals here include Abhisheka, Mahapuja, Shodashopachara Puja, Artis, which happen thrice a day, etc. Sharadiya Navratri is also the biggest festival here, and Kojagiri Purnima is a unique festival where pilgrims bring kavad, that is pots of sacred water from sacred places like Godavari, Narmada, Tapi, etc., and they offer it to Devi. Another unusual ritual that happens here is that of cutting the hair of the baby, or what we call as zawal. After offering bhog, when we start climbing the stairs to the shrine, there is a Mahishasura stone, which is said to be the stone of his head that fell here, and it is at the foot of the hill. The baby's mama, his maternal uncle, will place the baby in his bua's lap, that is paternal aunt's lap, and then he will cut the hair of baby. 5 locks he's supposed to cut, and then the entire hair is cut, and it is offered to Devi, which is a very unusual ritual. During Navratri, Sharadiya Navratri, Shatachandi Yag is performed here. Ajabali is also offered on Navami. The most exciting and a unique ritual here is performed on Vijayadashmi and also in the month of Chaitra. A person from the Gauri Patil family of the neighboring village called Daregaon replaces the flag hoisted on the top of the hill at the original Mula Sthanam of the Devi. They say there is only one person from this family at a given time who is able to perform this Herculean task. It is a Herculean task of climbing the roadless, unclimbable secret path to the Mulasthana. And this happens at midnight. This doesn't happen during the bright day, it happens at midnight. So he's supposed to climb in the pitch dark night, and he replaces the old flag and comes back with the old flag and other things, many other small herbs and shreds and things. They say once this person is old, the person who is able to do this, when he is old and is not able to do this task anymore, they say he ceremonially hands over the responsibility to another member of his family, so to his descendant the role goes. So it is only that family who is able to do this. It is also said that if somebody else tries to see or guess or find this secret path, they tend to lose their eyes. It is seen that when this person goes to change the flag and replace it with a new, he comes back hardly in a matter of half an hour, 25-30 minutes. But the new clothes that he wears to go up are completely in shreds by the time he comes back. So, which is unusual, which shows how difficult it must be. So, in the month of Chaitra, this ritual is also done again. Chaitrotsava is celebrated from Ramnavami till Purnima of Chaitra, and Palki processions are very common for Saptashringi. She is said to be a Jagruta Devata who responds to navas of her devotees. So there are many navas done to her for begetting a child, for a suitable partner, for material pleasures, for happiness, for health, many things. And offerings are made, votive offerings are made to suit their navas, their requests to the gods. There are many shrines in the vicinity, kundas like Surya Kunda, Dattatreya Kunda, and Lakshmi Kunda. There are temples like that of Ganesha, Markandeya, etc. And the Shakti Pit also attracts thousands and thousands of devotees from all caste groups and caste groups alike from all across Maharashtra and other states as well. Apart from these four, there are many other sacred shrines where the Adi Shakti resides in her unique forms. To list a few, like I said, the Jogeshwari at Ambezogai, then Ekavira Devi at Lonavala, Kalubai near Satara, Vajreshwari near Mumbai, or Mumba Devi and Mahalakshmi and Kalba Devi, other deities like that, very much in the heart of Mumbai. And many other forms of Mother Goddess have been and will be always protecting our land from all calamities and situations. May she protect us all. Udayostu.